The beauty industry is a multi-billion-dollar business that wants you to believe that you need hundreds of different beauty products to look and feel beautiful, and that's simply not true. Today, I'm going to show you some of my favorite beauty hacks that will not only save you a lot of money on unnecessary beauty products, but they really work. And I mean really work. Tired, dry, unhappy under eyes are a very common problem, and in my experience, even the most expensive eye creams have had a minimal improvement on my under eye area until I started applying my lip mask to that area. Yes, you heard me right. I use the same lip mask I put on my lips under my eyes because, well, it works. The skin on your lips is similar to your under eyes because it is thin and delicate, so the formula can be just as effective in hydrating and nourishing that area. The tackiness also makes it a perfect under eye primer for concealer and prevents it from moving around and drying out throughout the day. It also adds a subtle sheen under the eyes which reflects light and helps cancel out dark circles and discoloration. I'm telling you, it's such a game changer. Just look at the difference. Makeup primers. Every beauty guru and makeup artist swears by using one to extend the wear time of your makeup, but some of the best face primers on the market can cost upwards of $30, $40, $50 or more. What if I told you that the best face primer is 100% natural and will only cost you $5? This is another one of my best kept secrets when I need to make sure my makeup stays put. I use 100% pure vegetable glycerin. Glycerin is the main ingredient in all of these super fancy face primers that creates an even, smooth canvas on the skin and helps makeup stick to it and prolongs its overall wear time. I have been using it for years and swear by it, and I can honestly say it's so much more effective than any other face primer I've used. I love having a sun-kissed tan all year round, but it's just not possible to have that in the fall and winter where I live. That's why I like using SelfTanner to give me a little feel-good boost in the colder months. I know that self-tanners have had a bad rap for smelling bad, looking orange or streaky, and all of that, but I promise with the right application and using a few fail-proof hacks, you can really have an amazing natural-looking tan. First things first, before I start applying any self-tanner, I always start with clean, exfoliated skin. It creates a smooth canvas to start with and minimizes the risk of imperfections. Then I apply a super thick moisturizer to all of my dry spots and any areas that have thinner skin, such as the hands, elbows, knees, and feet. Dry patches in areas where there is thinner skin tend to absorb more product and can look uneven and patchy. So putting a moisturizer on these areas creates a barrier and allows a tan to look a lot more natural. Another trick I use to create a super natural looking tan is to apply the self-tanner to my skin in circular motions using a tanning mitt like this, and then very, very lightly grazing over my elbows and knees when I have very little product left on the mitt to make sure that I don't oversaturate those areas. The self-tanner I have been using and loving recently is by Coco and Eve, and it's called Sunny Honey. It has very clean ingredients and made with 100% natural DHA. DHA is the ingredient that tans your skin. It's also very fast drying, develops in just 2 hours, and has no sulfates, parabens, silicones, alcohol, or any other harmful chemicals. It smells amazing, unlike most other self-tanners that leave you with that fried chicken smell. If you know, you know, and it leaves your skin feeling incredibly soft and smooth. It's long-lasting and fades beautifully and naturally. If you're looking for a natural-looking self-tanner that you can depend on, this is it. For my face, I've been using the Coco and Eve Bronzing Face Drops. I add a few drops to my moisturizer once a day, and it gives my skin a perfect, even glow without harmful UV exposure or toxic chemicals. It leaves your skin looking and feeling smooth, hydrated, and glowy because it contains 5 different types of hyaluronic acid, a compound that naturally plumps and hydrates the skin. If you're interested in checking out Coco and Eve products, I'll leave the product links and my discount code in my description box below for you to enjoy. Another self-tanning hack I swear by is using a kabuki brush like this to apply self-tanner to my hands and feet. It allows me to get an even tan without streaks, especially when I have dry patches on my skin like I currently have on my hands from all the washing and sanitizing these days. I also make sure to close my fist like this to get in between the little finger wrinkles and open my fist to get in between the fingers for the most natural finish. This method also protects your palms from getting stained with self-tanner, which is a huge giveaway. Perhaps one of my best kept self-tanning secrets is to use a little bit of self-tanner on a kabuki brush to shade in your face so you naturally look more defined and sculpted even when you're not wearing makeup. I like to apply some under my cheekbones, along the sides of my nose, around my forehead, and sometimes along the jawline and collarbone. I wanted to thank Coco and Eve for partnering with me on this portion of this video. I consider fragrances one of those beauty products that can instantly make you feel so much better, but in my opinion, they are insanely overpriced. I've done a couple of videos on this topic, so I won't go into too much detail, but saving money by using a company such as Okja or Oil Perfumery to get luxury fragrances for a fraction of the cost is a no-brainer and one of my niftiest beauty hacks. I'll link both sites in my description box as well as my discount code for an additional 15% off. I also wanted to mention that I have my own fragrance bundle that I curated with Okja, which includes my favorite fragrances from their collection in case you weren't sure where to start. It contains 2 of their interpretations of my favorite perfume, Baccarat Rouge 540, and a few other ones that are close second, third, and fourth. I'll link my bundle in my description box too. Whether your fragrance is luxury or not, it eventually fades from your skin and sometimes much sooner than you'd like it to. One of my favorite hacks to extend the wear time of your fragrance is by first applying a moisturizer or oil to the areas you plan to spray on your fragrance. This creates a barrier between your skin and the fragrance so it doesn't get absorbed as quickly and therefore lasts longer throughout the day. Another tip for extending the wear time of your fragrance is to avoid rubbing the area you applied the fragrance to. The friction causes the fragrance molecules to break down and get absorbed by the skin much faster than if you were to gently dab that area instead. My last fragrance hack you probably didn't know is to extend the lifespan of your fragrances by storing them in a dark, cool area. Fragrances, just like any beauty product, have an expiry, and keeping them out in a warm spot exposed to the sun breaks down their chemical composition even faster, which is something you definitely want to avoid. If you love the bushy brow look but don't want to buy a separate brow product to achieve the effect, you can use a hair pomade or hair gel to get a very similar effect if you already have these products at home. Simply dip a spoolie into the product and use it to brush and shape your eyebrow hairs. Did you know that drying your makeup brushes in an upright position like this can cause them to fall apart? I didn't know this either, but when you dry them upwards, water can get into the barrel of the brush and break down the reinforcement holding the brush hairs together, causing shedding and even worse, mold. This is why you should always dry your makeup brushes upside down after washing them, but don't run to buy an expensive makeup drying contraption just yet. If you have a cutting board and a few hair bands, you can make your own like I did here. I have been drying my makeup brushes like this for years and have owned many of these makeup brushes for just as long. If you wish your hair looked thicker than it does, a beauty hack that seems counterintuitive is to get a haircut that goes straight across, no layers. I recently cut my hair like this to get rid of all of my layers, and it's made such a huge difference. Another way to make your hair look thicker is to switch up your part. If you always wear your hair parted in the middle, try parting it to the side. The reason this gives the illusion of thicker hair is because when you constantly wear your hair parted a certain way, gravity pulls the hair down and makes it look more flat. When you switch up the part, your hair looks more voluminous because it's not used to being weighed down in that direction, and therefore it looks thicker. To make a braid look thicker, my favorite beauty hack for this is to gently pull on the sides of the braid. It not only loosens up the braid and makes it appear wider, I love the laid-back boho vibe it has. Remember how I told you I like using lip mask under my eyes? Well, it also works great on eyelids to add a glossy sheen to your eye makeup look. A high shine lip gloss works beautifully too and is another way to get more use out of the beauty products you already own. A beauty trick I have been committed to for the last few years is shaving my face, or as the beauty community likes to call it, dermaplaning. You can easily and safely do this at home using one of these facial razors that costs only a couple bucks to gently remove hair, peach fuzz, dry skin, dirt, and debris from your face. Doing this once a week I find is most effective, and it creates a smooth canvas for applying makeup and allows your skincare products to absorb much better into your skin, making them even more effective. If you want smooth, glowy skin, this is truly a girl's best friend. I'm not usually a cat eye liner kind of girl, so I don't own a liquid liner, but on the off days where I am feeling it, I get double duty from my mascara by dipping a liner brush into my mascara tube and winging it out that way. It's another nifty beauty hack I've been using for years and allows me to get more out of my mascara. Speaking of multi-purpose products, one of my all-time favorite beauty products is this Lanolips 101 ointment. I literally use it on everything from taming flyaways, using it as a glowy face highlight, nourishing my cuticles, moisturizing my lips, and so much more. It's truly an all-in-one product that you can use in 101 ways. Another one of my favorite multitasking products that will save you from buying more unnecessary makeup products is bronzer. I love using bronzer to warm up the skin and then apply some to my eyes as eyeshadow. It creates depth, accentuates your eyes, and seamlessly ties your entire makeup look together in a very subtle, natural way. I also love using blush in a similar way. After I apply my blush to the apples of my cheeks, I'll extend whatever is left on my brush out towards my hairline, and then I'll dab a little bit on my nose. It creates a very natural, flushed look to the face and adds life to your complexion without the need for other products. Don't you hate when your mascara ends up on your skin and threatens to ruin your makeup? The worst thing you can do is immediately try to clean up the area using your finger, tissue, or Q-tip. The best thing you can do is just wait until the mascara has completely dried on the skin and then use a clean spoolie to gently brush the product off the skin without ruining your makeup. Trust me, it works. What if I told you you can make your face appear tighter and more lifted without surgery? This is a beauty hack that even some of the world's top supermodels use to create an uplifted, smooth appearance, and it's brilliant. Part your hair slightly above your ears, leaving a strand of hair on either side by your ears, and tie these pieces together at the back of your head with an invisible hair elastic like this. Pull to tighten and cover up the elastic with your hair. Instant facelift. So those are some of my favorite beauty hacks I've been using for years. They always make me look and feel my best, and I hope they can do the same for you. Which ones were your favorite? Let me know in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.